before. So, Howie, how do you grade ABC on this debate?
Sandra, ABC gets a D-, and that's being generous. In fact, the network's moderators were so blatantly biased against Donald Trump that it vindicated his pregame criticism of ABC as dishonest. Now, putting us...
I want to ask you about her comments about the military. She said during the debate this about the U.S. military. Let's listen.
As of today, there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone in any war zone around the world, the first time this century.
Our fact checkers found that to be false, and I have a lot of experience in that area as well. There are currently 900 U.S. military personnel in Syria, 2,500 U.S. troops in Iraq. All have been under regular threat from drones and missiles for months. We also have action in the Red Sea. We also, every single day, the Navy SEALs, Delta Forces, special operators can be part of any sort of deadly raid. So why would she make that claim?
Well, I think what's important here, Martha, is that Kamala Harris, in contrast to Donald Trump, demonstrated herself to be commander-in-chief. We are in a world where there are all sorts of conflicts, and it's all the more reason we need somebody who's serious and who supports the military. And just remember,
but Governor, excuse me, but she said there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone. That is not true. You say she demonstrated her ability to be commander-in-chief, but did she not know about these people in Syria and Iraq?
She don't know what's going on. She just making word spaghetti. Word salads. She's making salads and spaghetti, y'all. You know, salads and spaghetti. This is Olive Garden. Can I get a soup or a salad? She's making salad or spaghetti. Italian style. She don't know what's going on. She can't think for herself. She's insecure. You just can't make this stuff up. I hate to break it to y'all, man. But they should have kept their puppet hidden. You see why she duck and dodges the press, the interviews? Every interview she does, solo interview, don't matter. The duo interview, she bombs it. With a running mate, bombs it. Pre-tape, pre-recorded, you know, it's just terrible. And she needed her help from her sorority sister. She needed help from the moderators. It was a 3-verse-1, and she still lost. And now they done pulled over $50 million worth of advertising because it was conducted unfairly. And now their ratings have dropped almost 20% because, hey, they've lost all credibility. I can't wait to get into today's video, y'all. I can't wait to get into today's video. And I just don't see how she makes it past 150 in the Electoral College. And I encourage you all to go out and vote. Make sure you register and go out and vote.
Why would she say that?
Look, that was a comment. That was a comment in a debate. I think the point that she was trying to make was a broader point. And
cut the cheese.
But here's a fact. He did get pushback from them. They did try to fact check him in real time, but there were numerous questions that she would not answer. And she did tell several lies and got no fact checking. So I think if you're going to lay down a marker that we're going to push back on these candidates, you got to do it to none or you got to do it to both. They asked her directly in the very first question if she thought they had any responsibility for the economic conditions or that people were better off than they were for. And she completely ignored it. They asked her on immigration. Why did you wait until 6 months before the election to do anything? And she completely ignored it. And so fact-checking and Barb's aside, those are the two most important issues in the election. They asked her, she completely ignored them, and they spent all their time going after Trump and didn't follow up on any of that. I thought it was ridiculous.
Again, I got to show y'all this again. This is the best fact check, and I'm so glad that this video has gotten over 1 billion views. That so many people around the world have seen this. The biggest fact check of them all. ABC loses their licenses. Moderators to be fired. Simple. They have lost all credibility. We know the 3-verse-1 debate, the rigged up debate. because Joe Biden did so poor in the last debate, we got to help Kamala. You know, we gave her the debate questions because we know she can't complete a sentence. It's word salads and word spaghetti everywhere. Spaghetti all on the floor. You know, she can't complete a sentence. But she got fact-checked by we the people, by American soldiers. I love it. And I got to play it for y'all one more time, baby.
Well, I will tell you, I agreed with President Biden's decision to pull out of Afghanistan. 4 presidents said they would, and Joe Biden did. And as a result, America's taxpayers are not paying the $300 million a day we were paying for that endless war. And as of today, there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone in any war zone around the world. The first time this century. What? But let's understand.
So where the fuck are we right now?
Salute and love to all our soldiers. Salute to our veterans, man. Salute to the ones that make the ultimate sacrifice. We love you. We thank you. Thank you for your service. Our service men and women out there. That lady is not our president, man. Sorry. I know who my president is. DJT, baby. DJT. But boy, you just can't make this up, man. We got that George. That's my boy George. Yeah. I know Benny finna have some crazy little intro, but a couple y'all sent this to me about ABC's viewership collapses after rigging the debate. Anchors fired to lose their licenses. A lot of things is trending right now, but everybody's seen, you know, the exact same thing. Everybody feels the exact same way for the majority of folks, you know, and there's all, but the ones, you know, that are completely Trump deranged, you know, the liberals, they, you know, that it's just ridiculous. But even Democrats and people, even liberals, we've seen speaking out saying that it was rigged, and you know, the ABC has lost all credibility. You know, so a lot of everybody on both sides is upset. A lot of people say that Trump won again, but it's a lot going on. A lot of things they're talking about now. They're trying to reverse it and spin everything around what's going on in Springfield. It's just crazy. It's a lot of crap and nonsense right now. But we're gonna get to the bottom of it. We're gonna call it for what it is. We're gonna keep you guys updated. And huge shout out to my brother Lonnie for sending over this video. We're gonna do like a whole hour review of what's taking place over there in Springfield. We have on ground footage. So shout out to my brother Lonnie King, man, of you know, the migration invasion that is taking place over there in Springfield, Ohio, man, in that town. It is crazy. So it's an hour-long video that we're gonna have posted. It might be posted tonight or posted tomorrow. You guys do not want to miss that video. We're gonna be dropping some amazing videos. Again, thank you all for sending me such amazing things to check out, react to, and cover on the channel. But let's check out this video, man. Oh boy.
Take you very long to spot one of them, does it? Take you about 8 seconds. You'll be listening to some guy.
There have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals.
Oh, man.
This guy is stupid.
Again, I can't wait to show y'all this video, this hour-long footage on the ground of what's really going on in Springfield, Ohio, man. It is crazy. And not just in Springfield, Ohio, all other tons of other places that they're not even talking about, man, of what's going on. You know, we need common sense back. We need a different set of leadership, man. What they've allowed to happen is an absolute disgrace, you guys. You know, and then they're, you know, they're walking around. The Democrats should be ashamed of themselves. You know, a shame. This lady can't get out a sentence. She's repeating the same phrases. It's ridiculous. She ducking and dodging questions when asked about the economy, you know, the border. It's ridiculous, man. And some people are still clapping for it. I don't see how she makes it past 150 in the Electoral College. And we tell you guys to register and go out and vote, man.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny with the F aroundest of times, the find outingest of times. 2024 is the F around and find out year. So many people effing around. It's really impossible to keep a full list of them, and so many people finding out. And one of those people finding out is ABC News Tonight. Should have never actually gotten a debate. I got to tell you, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, we got to be smarter as Republicans, right? You got to like dig your heels in and say, if you're Kamala Harris's sorority sister, okay, if you're her little yaya twin and you're running ABC News, then you don't get a debate, okay? You get conflicted out. Conflict of interest. It happens in the court of law all the time. Oh, okay, the judge is sleeping with the lawyer or whatever. You know, it's conflict of interest. You can't try the case. And that is exactly what you saw. And we saw something interesting this weekend. We were driving down the road here in Tampa. And I look up and I see a billboard. And it is a billboard with David Muir's smug, dopey looking face on it, advertising ABC News World News Tonight. I said, oh man, they must be in trouble. If they are buying advertising in Tampa, Florida, they must have some problems. And lo and behold, David Muir's ratings are dropping like a rock.
Wow. But they lost all credibility. What did you guys expect? What did you guys expect, man? Everybody's is cutting that crap off.
Like a meteorite from heaven drops 12% following ABC News debate scandal. The show has fallen off a cliff. Lost nearly 1 million viewers. Lost 1 million viewers. So 1 million people tuned out of ABC News Tonight. Good. Gracious. Good for them.
And I expect
following
to go
the September debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, ABC News World Tonight anchor David Muir, who served as one of the moderators, has seen his viewership collapse. Fox News saying it averaged 6 million viewers instead of the normal 7.5. Well, I can't believe there's that many people still watching nightly news. The Nielsen ratings are completely broken anyway, but doesn't matter. The numbers were twice that just a decade ago. So this is dinosaur media dinosauring. Muir and Lindsey Davis were criticized for fact-checking Trump. They've since said that there was no plan to fact-check Kamala Harris, and that maybe the ABC affidavit is right. You know, the affidavit, it says that they gave Kamala the questions ahead of time and that they had promised Kamala Harris that there would be no mean questions to her. There would be no questions about certain topics she didn't want to have touched, and that they'd only fact check Trump. It was a rigged debate. Kamala Harris acted like it was a rigged debate the entire time. Smug and sneering and smiling. Like it's the entire thing was clearly a setup. It was a crime scene. And everybody saw it. Look at that. You can see here. ABC News. This is these are the ratings. ABC News.
I'm just glad that it turned to be out as a disaster on their end, and that we the people that wasn't even voting for Trump called out this whole rigged debate, and it's even brought a lot of people to realize what's really going on, and I'm glad it happened this way, y'all. But we already knew what was the possibility of this. We knew it was going to be rigged. We knew it was most likely going to be unfair. But we didn't think it was going to be like this. I've talked to a couple of y'all, and y'all were saying the exact same thing. We didn't think it was going to be this bad. And Trump still came out on top. There were times where he had, points where he could have just, but, he kind of missed out. They got under his skin. Talking about rallies and all kind of stuff like that. But, and then what made it even worse is the lady she says that she's repeating the exact same things. She's dodging dodging questions. Won't give you an answer, but wants to be a speaker, a preacher, a motivational speaker. I mean, it's ridiculous. Trying to find more words for her salads. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man.
News has collapsed in the ratings, and well, I guess hopefully following in the direction here, you can see NBC and CBS also collapsing the ratings, -20%. Yikes! ABC David Muir sees newscast ratings decline after controversial debate performance. Oh, man. Now he's on to explain himself. David Muir. Oh, boy. Okay, so I want to remind you guys of how bad this was, because it is easy to just kind of just like forget these things, and there's so much happening. Donald Trump, another assassination attempt. Just a reminder that David Muir didn't just fact-check Donald Trump. So he's getting attacked for fact-checking Trump. He deserves that. Fact-check Trump, by our count, 6 times. Most of the fact checks were fake. Not even real fact checks. Because he was wrong. He's wrong on the FBI data. But there's one in particular that was egregious, where he tells Donald Trump whether he was being sarcastic or not. This is what passes for debate moderation these days. This is like a parent-teacher conference, and the teacher is like arguing semantics of like the 3rd grade. It is a despicable act. Look at this again. Here you go. You can't get worse than this. You just can't. Donald Trump tells a joke, and David Muir does a fact check on whether Trump was being sarcastic.
2020 election, you repeatedly falsely claimed that you won, many times saying you won in a landslide. In the past couple of weeks leading up to this debate, you have said, quote, you lost by a whisker, that you, quote, didn't quite make it, that you came up a little bit short.
I said that?
Are you now acknowledging that you lost in 2020?
No, I don't acknowledge that at all. I said that sarcastically. You know that. It was said, oh, we lost by a whisker. That was said sarcastically.
So Donald Trump has every right to say, you know, I'm talking off the cuff. I'm making my own, I'm speaking for myself. I'm making my own commentary. And I'm being sarcastic. How are you possibly able to, and look at the way that Kamala Harris carries herself in this. Look at the way that even the camera positions. The camera positions looking up at Kamala is looking down at Trump. Any filmmaker will tell you there's the hero angle, right? And then there's the villain angle, the diminutive angle, looking down. The best part about this is David Muir's response to this is remarkable. Listen.
That's why they're allowing them to come into our country.
I did watch all of these pieces of video. I didn't detect the sarcasm. Lost by a whisker. We didn't quite make it. And we should just point out here as clarification, and you know.
Shut the up, dude. I didn't detect your sarcasm. This is why we're all watching the debate, you dumb bastard. What is that? I didn't to figure out whether David Muir can detect sarcasm. This is what we're all.
What you detected, mother. You think we give a about what you detected? Is you running for president? Sorry, y'all. My blood pressure done got up. I done got mad. Excuse me. Boy, again, they've lost all credibility.
Concerned about right now in the debate. So despicable. Here, David Muir trying to defend himself.
And we spent a lot of time, and I believe it was our duty to ask the issues that Americans care about. You know, the economy, are we better off than we were 4 years ago? Immigration, what are you going to do about the border? Why did you wait so long before you acted on the border?
She didn't answer anything.
Those types of questions. Reproductive rights, Afghanistan, do you bear any responsibility? Peaceful transfer of power with the next election coming. You know, these are all really important issues, the issues of our time, really. And I always say as a moderator, you know, what the candidates decide to do with that time, you can ask the questions, but they'll answer with whatever they choose to answer with.
That's right.
And you have to be ready for whatever might come your way, even the most unexpected of moments. As you all know, you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And I will say this. All of the noise that you hear afterward about, you know, which candidate won the debate, did the moderators win or lose, that's just noise. Yeah. You all know that.
Just noise.
The most important thing to remember is that
just
you all
noise.
have the power. Everybody at home has the power.
Oh, wow. Okay. Look at the audience.
Just
the
noise.
Golden Girls? Like, what is this?
Just noise.
A nursing home? Okay, yeah.
He called us just noise, you guys. Just noise. Y'all should be fired up to go to that voting booth, man. Just noise. We're just noise.
These are all the viewers of ABC News. These are the final viewers of ABC News. Fox roasting the ratings decline, the much deserved ratings decline. saying that David Muir's lying there. It was about David Muir. If it wasn't about David Muir, why'd you keep interrupting Trump? Why'd you keep fact-checking Trump? Why'd you fact-check his sarcasm, you jackass?
Glad that David Muir, towards the end of his interview, mentioned that it's the people, the American voters, the viewers who have the power. Because you know what they're doing right now? They're tuning out of his show. There's been a 12% drop in viewership for his show since the debate. And that's a little bit encouraging to me because it shows that American voters aren't stupid, that they actually expect more from the press. They expect the press to hold themselves to a higher standard than the one that ABC's moderators held them to. And this is actually one of the reasons after the debate, I think I was one of the only ones who thought that Trump won. And it was because he was debating three people at once, and also because the swing state voters from back home in my home state of Michigan and others, they didn't get what they wanted out of that debate. They did not get to know Kamala Harris. They didn't get straight answers from her, and she looked worse as a result.
That's it. Simple. Like, great point. It's played out in the polling. The bombshell claims of an ABC whistleblower, we've been covering this, is a sworn affidavit right here that ABC, from somebody who's allegedly worked for ABC News for 10 years in various technical and administrative positions. This affidavit claims that Kamala Harris was able to ban certain topics that it was agreed to, that Donald Trump would be the subject to fact check during the debate. Kamala Harris would not face comparable scrutiny. Widely known throughout the company that Donald Trump would be fact checked. In fact, various people were assigned to fact check observations that it was perceived candidate Trump would make during the debate. In fact, Harris' campaign required assurances that Trump would be fact-checked. This was done via multiple communications with the Harris campaign, whereas the Trump campaign was not included in these negotiations. To my understanding, any of the rules negotiated in conversations pertaining to the debate have to have both Trump and Harris as part of it. Harris' campaign was provided with sample questions, while not the exact questions, covered similar topics that would appear in the debate. So Kamala Harris getting the debate. This is what the affidavit alleges. Kamala Harris got the debate questions in advance, got assurances that Donald Trump would be the only one fact checked. I mean, this is what happened, right? Harris' campaign received particular accommodations, including but not limited to providing that the podium significantly smaller than Donald Trump. Assurances regarding split-screen television views that would favorably impact Kamala Harris's appearance relative to Donald Trump. We've talked about that. ABC News has responded saying that Kamala didn't get the questions in advance. This wasn't the claim. The claim was that she got the topics of the debate. And when you ask people, like, what did Kamala Harris sound like during the debate? And when you ask someone who is honest, what they all say is that she sounded like an actress reciting lines, because we all know how Kamala Harris talks. So she's just reciting the lines. USA Today had to fact check.
Word salads, word spaghetti. This is terrible. This has been a show. You know, everything we've covered. You know, and I'm pissed, y'all, on what they've allowed to happen. It's just an absolute disgrace. And how they're playing in front of people's faces, man. They think we the people are stupid. They think them beautiful patriots around the world are stupid. But I tell you, they got a. Telling you, man, they in for a rude of awakening.
Whether David Muir and Lindsey Davis were fired. Hopefully this fact check turns out to be false one day. They deserve it. And hopefully the American people continue to tune out of this programming. That's actually the easiest way to get them fired, right? Make their brand so toxic that no one can watch them. That's how you do it.
Oh, man, y'all are blowing me up, man. I love you guys. Thank y'all for all the love and support. We just got, man, it's just so much love right now, man. Wow. I love you guys. Huge shout out to Craig, Shelly, John. We got a couple kind donators tonight, man. We are rocking and rolling, you guys. Thank y'all for everybody that's been showing so much love and support as we are, you know, in a fight to get our country back, man. There's been so much love on this channel. A lot of people are just sick and tired. A lot of people are fed up, you guys. Fed up. But they should be ashamed of themselves, man. And again, probably by the end of the month, they're looking at probably 20-30%. And I hope it gets worse. And I hope they're stripped of their licenses, that the moderators are fired, man. You know, I'm glad that viral videos from we the people, man, from people on both sides that did the right thing, that exposed the truth, that called this debate for what it was. A 3 verse 1. Why didn't she get fact checked on this, and that? Things that have already been debunked. Why is she still talking about Project 2025? She mentioned it today in that bombed interview at the NAJB, whatever you call it, you know. She dodged questions there too as well. People are still mad because she won't answer the questions about the economy. She won't answer simple questions. And I told y'all, people are laughing. She doesn't know what's going on. Just another puppet that can't go off script. And when she goes off script, you see what takes place. Can't put together one sentence. But the leadership is completely different, y'all. Y'all know what it is, man. You know, I don't got to come on here and keep repeating myself and running my blood pressure up. Y'all know, man. But if they allow this to happen and I'm telling y'all, man, we encourage everybody to go out and vote, man. It has to be too big to rig. We're not against the candidate. We are against a machine, a corrupt system. We're not against the candidate, man. You know, fact to democracy, constitutional republic. God bless you all and your families. I love y'all, and I will catch you beautiful people in the next one, man. Peace and love, y'all.